The kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed, which a man took and planted in his field. Though it is the smallest of all your seeds, yet when it grows, it is the largest of garden plants and becomes a tree, so that the birds of the air come and perch in its branches. The story of Christ Missionary Outreach Ministry, which began with the call of Bitrus Audu and his wife Monica into rural missions in 1990, can simply be described as a mustard seed adventure. Christ Missionary Outreach Ministry is a non-denominational mission agency that is focusing on reaching the unreached rural people with the gospel and community development. The vision and purpose of this ministry is to plant churches of discipled believers and trained leaders in villages and hamlets where such do not exist, and to carry out community development activities based on the felt needs of the people. Since 1992, Christ Missionary Outreach has been carrying out missionary activities in the rural parts of northern Nigeria, northern Cameroon, Benin Republic, and southern Chad. In Nigeria, Christ Missionary Outreach works among the Za, Mijulu, Margi, Fali, Kamwe, and Vemgo peoples group that live in and around the Mandara Mountains in Adamawa State. In Cameroon, on the other hand, the ministry works amongst the Mafa, Fulanis, and Kapsiki peoples groups, and also among Chadian immigrants of the Laka, Mandang, and Banana tribes who come to remote villages in Cameroon in search of farmlands. In Benin Republic, Christ Missionary Outreach is targeting the Fon people group in partnership with Christian Love Assembly in Cotonou. In Chad, however, Christ Missionary Outreach is targeting tribes of Kabe area, otherwise known as Lakiro, in partnership with Assembly Critical Chad. Missionary activities being carried out in these mission fields are personal witnessing, crusades, Christian film outreach, church planting, and medical work, primary and adult literacy. As a result of these activities, many churches have been planted in many villages in Nigeria and Cameroon. The ministry holds an annual mission convention which brings all the churches together for fellowship, teaching, worship, prayers, edification, and the annual general meeting where policies are discussed and adopted by the people. Spiritual songs, music, workshops, seminars, Bible studies, messages, and a special children's section are common features. No doubt, the annual mission convention is one of the tools God is using in building his kingdom among the rural people. Many have been saved, while others answered the call of God to ministry. The convention is usually rounded up with the celebration of the Lord's Supper. Christ Missionary Outreach also runs a missions Bible school in Michigan, where indigenous pastors, missionaries, and evangelists are trained and sent out to further strengthen the work in their communities and beyond. The training lays emphasis on three main areas: sound doctrine, righteousness, and practical ministry. We offer certificate and diploma programs in theology and missions. We also run a special discipleship program known as Bible Literacy Program for those who cannot read but desire to attend the school. This class has particularly been an open door for discipling many young women who never had any opportunity to go to school. At least 5 students graduate from the school every year, and they are immediately deployed to fields of ministry where there are needs. The Mission Bible School still has a lot of needs, which include the completion of the main building, books and shelves for the establishment of a school library, a bus or pick-up van for outreaches in villages by students. There are students also who are from weak rural backgrounds that need sponsorship in the school. Another remarkable achievement of Christ Missionary Outreach Ministry is the establishment of the Mission Primary School in Karasude since 1992. The school provides spiritual, social, physical, and academic training for the children. Well over 100 children have passed out from the school. Many of them have completed their secondary school education. A number of others have completed diploma programs from School of Health Technology. Some others are seeking admission into universities and other tertiary institutions at the moment. There are those, on the other hand, who are in the mission school in Michigan in preparation for ministry. The school is in dire need of more teachers now. Many of the children need sponsorship. School supplies are needed as well. Short-time volunteers are welcomed. Women have a special place in the plan of God. Rural women, however, encounter many challenges that center on physical, social, and spiritual poverty. These notwithstanding, rural women are more responsive to the gospel than their male counterparts. Sister Monica Audu comments on the women ministry and the needs amongst them.
The prospect of ministry among rural women is very high, as most of the women are readily available and very responsive to the gospel. What we need to further enhance this ministry is more trained and experienced female missionaries who will devote their time to discipleship. When you disciple a woman, you disciple a generation. Secondly, such trained female missionaries will also focus on literacy programs. This is to help the rural women learn how to read the Bible. This will further enhance and accelerate discipleship. Thirdly, they can also help in community development activities among the women, such as food processing, using locally available raw materials, healthcare and HIV/AIDS awareness, crafts, and home management generally. On the other hand, we need people, believers, who will support female missionaries by giving and praying. I encourage you to be part of this viable ministry among the rural women, to the glory of God.
The rate of poverty diseases, infant mortality, illiteracy, and the like is quite high in the rural areas. Therefore, Christ Missionary Outreach is involved in integrated community development work in the area of health enlightenment, first aid services, immunization, literacy classes, and a number of income generating to help alleviate these challenges. Although carrying out these missionary activities involves a lot of movements, means of transportation in the rural areas is a challenge. In most cases, we hire motorcycles to transport people and goods. Open trucks are available only on market days or on hired services. Motorcycles and a pickup van are their need to be met. Other needs include drugs for medical work, Bibles, and roofing materials for new churches.
When it comes to sharing Christ to those people that have never heard, I want to make a difference. I want to make a difference with people who want to make a difference, like you. I want to make a difference with people who want to make a difference by doing things which make a difference. And what we have seen from Beatrice and Monica and their workers, they are making a difference. And so we invite you to partner with us in this outreach. There's many different ways. Please be in touch with us by phone or email, and we'll share more of what we could do together. And we will make a positive difference for Jesus Christ.
The work of Christ Missionary Outreach Ministries is not limited to what we are doing at the moment in the rural parts of Nigeria, Cameroon, Chad, and Benin Republic. Our vision actually is to plant churches of disciple believers and train leaders in villages and hamlets in Africa where such do not exist. It is therefore in our plans to expand our operation to the rural areas of other countries in Africa, especially those in the Western and Central African region. We desire to mobilize strong prayer force that will provide backing for our work. We believe that prayer is in the forefront of missions. We desire people that will pray that God will open doors for our message, as Paul will put it, and that we might clearly proclaim Christ and make him known to the unreached people. The second objective in awareness and mobilization is to establish strong partnership relationship with others. We believe that mission work is teamwork by divine design. It is our desire to partner with local churches, families, individuals, and other organizations that are willing to partner with us in reaching the unreached rural people. And then the final objective we are pursuing in the area of awareness is we desire to raise more financial supporters. Mission work is capital intensive, particularly rural missions, capital intensive. We need financial supporters for missionary families who are working in remote areas. And we also need support even for their children, for the education of missionary children. We need support for the building projects, the building of rural churches. Usually we challenge the people to provide the land and to erect the walls, but we try to help them with roofing materials, and then they can do the rest of the finishing. The Mission Bible School I talked about also need structures. We are putting up structures. This needs money. We organize conferences and outreaches, and we also have a challenging need in the area of transportation. All these and many more need support. I'd like to point out that ours is indeed what we call a mustard seed adventure. We are planting this seed by faith, believing that God himself, who makes things grow, will make our mustard seed grow